Vietnam aims to achieve a dual target in digital transformation. Vietnamese-Chinese border gates upgraded into international ones. And in our world news, European election at risk from artificial intelligence.
Broadcasting from Hanoi, the capital of Vietnam. VTV News starts right now.
Good morning. It is 8 a.m. local time and you're tuning in for 30 minutes of VTV News. I'm Nguyen with the top stories. During a conference in Hanoi on December 28th to review the office's 2023 activities and launch its task for next year, State President Võ Văn Thưởng held the presidential office for supporting the president and vice president in performing both domestic and external affairs assigned by the party and the state this year. He said that the office plays a pivotal role in advising and implementing significant external affairs, including hosting leaders from various countries. The office has effectively worked with ministries, agencies, committees, and relevant units to fulfill its responsibility for serving the president, contributing to promoting the nation's image more effectively. Addressing an online conference held by the Ministry of Transport in Hanoi, Prime Minister Phie on Thursday asked the transport sector to pay more attention to infrastructure development, considering this a key priority task in 2024. More to follow.
Speaking at the Ministry of Transport online conference, Prime Minister Phie hailed the sector's efforts to fulfill its tasks and targets in 2023, contributing to the country's socio-economic development. In particular, he praised the ministry's leaders for having worked fiercely and responsibly to complete key projects. In particular, implementing transport infrastructure investment and key national projects is a highlight, with many new projects approved and under construction. Due to its strong determination, great effort, and hard work, the transport sector has completed and used many highways and airports. The Prime Minister also pointed out limitations the sector needs to handle regarding transport management, traffic accident prevention and control, the introduction of intelligent transport systems, and the mobilization of social capital for infrastructure development.
We must further promote innovation and application of science and technology in the survey, design, construction organization, inspection, supervision, and maintenance stages to improve quality, reduce costs, and ensure the progress of projects. We must also combat negativity and corruption in implementing key transportation projects. At the same time, the industry needs to firmly grasp the situation, closely follow reality, and promptly handle problems. The challenges faced at any level must be resolved at that level.
The Prime Minister requested the transportation industry continue to promote the construction and improvement of appropriate mechanisms and policies and administrative reform. Regarding specific tasks, the Prime Minister requested that the Ministry of Transport coordinate closely with relevant ministries, branches, and localities to speed up progress, ensure quality, and fight against corruption and other negative phenomena. He reminded the sector to prioritize resources for the Long Thanh International Airport project and monitor its progress to ensure quality and avert wastefulness. He also mentioned constructing public-private partnership expressways in the socio-economic areas of Đồng Đăng Trà Lĩnh, Gia Nghĩa Trơn Thành, and Nam Định Thái Bình. The ministry should closely coordinate with local authorities for projects in localities to speed up their implementation, the leader said, noting that bidding must be conducted openly and transparently. Finally, the Prime Minister hopes the transport sector will achieve higher achievements in 2024 than in 2023.
On the same day, Prime Minister Phie chaired a national committee meeting on digital transformation to review the committee's activities in 2023 and outlines his task for 2024. More in the following.
In 2023, the promotion of national digital transformation set out to encompass all citizens comprehensively, yielding results that positively contribute to the country's socio-economic development. Notably, there was a focused effort on advancing national and specialized databases for connecting and sharing information. The entire country has successfully issued chip-embedded citizen identification cards to 100% of the population, distributed over 70 million electronic identity accounts. The VNID application has seamlessly integrated 2.2 million vehicle registration records, over 10 million driver's license details, and nearly 17 million health insurance records. Wrapping up the meeting, Prime Minister Pham Minh Chinh appreciated the efforts and dedication in accomplishing the outcomes. Additionally, the Prime Minister openly acknowledged 6 major shortcomings and limitations that must be addressed.
What are the underlying reasons? I believe the key factor is the leader, whether they show concern, provide guidance, invest effort, and allocate human resources, encompassing financial and human resources. Additionally, it involves addressing policy impediments and ensuring timely checks and monitoring of disciplinary rewards.
Prime Minister Pham Minh Chinh proposed the theme for digital transformation in 2024 be Digital Economic Development with 4 pillars: information technology industry, digitalization of economic sectors, digital administration, and digital data, an important driving force for rapid and sustainable socio-economic development. He underscored several guiding principles to propel national digital transformation effectively and innovatively. Additionally, the Prime Minister emphasized that digital economic development should consider digital knowledge and data as primary production factors. He assigned specific tasks to ministries and businesses, including promoting mechanisms and policies for developing digital infrastructure, applications, and modern digital data. Other tasks involve advancing the digitalization of economic sectors, enhancing the efficiency of online public services, and addressing mobile signal gaps nationwide.
To achieve comprehensive development of the Vietnam-China land border crossing, Cao Bằng Province and Guangxi Autonomous Region, China held a joint ceremony to recognize the Cha Linh border gate Long Bang crossing as an international border gate. This upgrade encompasses the Na Dong customs clearance route for Vietnam and the Na Rê route for China. The ceremony unveiled numerous trade prospects, presenting abundant opportunities for Cao Bằng Province and fostering economic collaboration between the neighboring nations.
To foster mutual cooperation, Vietnam and China have agreed to persist in their endeavors to attract investment and enhance trade in diverse sectors. With the advantage of a frontier more than 333 kilometers long, Cao Bằng Province has singled out the Cha Linh border gate as a crucial economic nucleus, one of 4 major centers seamlessly integrated into China's transportation network and border gate infrastructure.
The official upgrade of the Tra Linh Long Bang border gates into international ones will be an important landmark demonstrating the cooperation between Cao Bang and the Guangxi Zhuang Autonomous Region and between Vietnam and China.
A notable development has emerged, enabling customs clearance for a third country. Anticipating a surge in demand, particularly for food, fruit, and frozen goods from Vietnam, this transformation is poised to have a substantial impact.
Over the last 3 years, the cumulative import-export volume of goods passing through the Cha Linh border gate has reached approximately $800 billion. The figure is expected to double starting in 2024. Following the ceremony, the inaugural trade fair for residents along the Vietnam-China border took place in Long Bang Town, Jingxi City, China. The border gate economy is poised for further growth, as evidenced by Prime Ministerial Decision No. 1199, which aims to establish 26 border gates along the Vietnam-China border by 2030.
Coming up next on VTV News. Let's see what Hanoi's street sanitation is like through the lens of foreigners. And international stars become Vietnamese cuisine ambassadors. Welcome back to VTV News. The National Institute of Hygiene and Epidemiology has notified 63 provinces and cities about the allocation of 5-in-1 vaccines. The doses are part of a batch of the vaccine funded by the World Health Organization and the United Nations Children's Fund. Northern provinces will receive vaccines first. The remaining localities will receive it within 2 days. The 5-in-1 vaccines will be deployed at commune and ward health centers across the country from the beginning of January, and priority will be given to the first injection for children from 2 to 18 months old. The vaccine helps protect children against diphtheria, whooping cough, tetanus, hepatitis B, and Haemophilus influenza type B. Little to no trash bins are often the first feedback of many foreigners visiting Hanoi when asked about the capital city's street sanitation. While it is a common sight for locals, this problem poses some concern for international visitors as they walk for minutes, even hours, to find a place to drop off their trash. And in their quest for trash bins, they discovered the locals' interesting approach to this issue.
After living and working in Vietnam for nearly 2 years, Tiffany has always had a soft spot for Hanoi's old quarter dishes. Her street food experiences aren't just a casual chore, but also a quest to look for public trash bins. And this is Tiffany's route to the nearest trash bin.
Most of the time, actually, when I was walking, I thought something was a bin, but it's not a bin because people leave their stuff in plastic bags and leave it on the floor. It was quite difficult to find one. And when you actually find a bin, it's quite dirty sometimes, or not well managed, or maybe overflowing as well.
However, not all foreign tourists are lucky enough to find these bins.
Like several blocks and not see a trash can. Like I said, this corner I'm seeing a lot. You know, there are a lot of them here, and I'm like, wow, this is where they all are. This is where they've been hiding.
In reality, trash bins are densely placed within the city areas or tourism hotspots. In some areas, trash bins are less than 50 meters apart. However, when entering neighborhoods, the number of trash bins decreases significantly, and the garbage is stacked in bags along the roadside.
We notice a lot of people were throwing cigarette butts on the streets and just dropping packages and things like that. We're looking for somewhere to put rubbish, and sometimes it was hard to come by.
I see lots of pile of trash on the floor if there's no bin, and people think it's okay. If they see a pile of trash on the floor, then they contribute or they add their trash, you know, and it piles up and it piles up.
Although Vietnam's street waste has been a lingering problem for many years, the efforts of street cleaning units have contributed significantly to improving Hanoi's urban environment and the image of Vietnam as a whole.
People drop litter throughout the day. Due to the lack of trash bins, people recklessly throw garbage along the roadsides. The cleaners have to work day and night. I hope there will be more trash bins to encourage putting trash in the right place so it lets laborers to keep streets clean.
Joint efforts from street cleaning units and locals are essential to eliminate street sanitation concerns for international tourists. Proper organization of public utilities, including trash cans, plays an indispensable role in developing a green, clean, and pleasing landscape for Vietnam's capital city.
Hà Giang is the northernmost mountainous border province of the country, and it has many advantages for tourism development. In 2023, the U.S. publication New York Times Magazine voted Hà Giang the 25th out of 52 most attractive destinations worldwide, determining environmental protection as a key factor promoting sustainable tourism development. Hà Giang province recently implemented many solutions to manage and protect the ecological environment at tourist destinations.
At 6:30 a.m., people in Lo Lo Chai village work together to clean the roadways. Regardless of the sun or rain, this occurs regularly to ensure visitors have the best experience.
In the past, people here only swept and cleaned the part of the road in front of their house. Since 2017, households here have worked together to clean the entire roadway.
Twice a day, the household here do general cleaning in the village. Local authorities regularly inspect and mobilize households and urge them to collect sanitary waste from households.
People in this village also pay attention to the facilities standards for welcoming tourists. The restroom is built in an enclosed area. The unlittered and beautiful landscape has left a good impression on visitors.
I got the impression that it was very clean. Yeah, I think the environment and nature should definitely be protected, and the locals helping with that is amazing.
In addition to Lo Lo Chai village, other cultural and tourist villages also carry out many landscape cleaning activities. Livestock is now kept in the tourist area of the community cultural tourism village of Ba Vi Ha hamlet. Garbage in the village is collected twice a day.
We installed public trash bins and signs to raise awareness about environmental protection among village residents. We also have our own garbage collection site.
Tourism development associated with environmental protection is an ongoing objective for Hà Giang province. Models such as green tourism and environmentally friendly ecotourism have helped raise people's awareness and responsibility for environmental protection.
The environmental goal is initially achieved. However, I think Hà Giang must continuously carry out environmental activities and mobilize people and visitors to join in those activities.
Provincial planning for 2021 to 2030, with a vision to 2050, with the goal of green, unique, sustainable, and comprehensive development, will open up opportunities for tourism development, thereby promoting socio-economic development for the locality.
When international stars come to Vietnam, they are captivated by the diverse and attractive natural scenery and the unique Vietnamese cuisine. International stars have praised Vietnamese dishes on social media and famous television shows. They have become ambassadors promoting Vietnam's rich cuisine to fans around the globe.
I'm really curious, how do you say the word pho? Or do you say pho or pho? What's the right pronunciation for pho?
Rosé and several other idols share deep interest in Vietnamese cuisine. Among the members of Blackpink, Rosé stands out for exceptional love for Vietnamese food, particularly pho, to the extent that she is often referred to as its international ambassador.
Rosé showed her passion for pho on the Blackpink concert stage. Her love for traditional Vietnamese dishes showed her respect and interest in our culinary culture. It is also her way of connecting with Vietnamese fans. This passion of Rosé also contributes to spreading the love for Vietnamese cuisine among the international fan community. She is truly a pho ambassador.
And when you lose, I drank a The soup. I ate it and then the first time I looked at his sauce, I was like, Rosie! It was too good. I'm so happy to be here. We are all like, this is so much fun. So thank you, Vietnam.
In addition to pho, many other famous Vietnamese dishes have also been praised by international stars. While visiting Vietnam to film Calm Skull Island, Hollywood actress Brie Larson enjoyed Vietnamese bread. She also confirmed to her friends this is a great dish and even corrected herself when she misread the word bánh mì. As for Jordan Vogt Roberts, the movie's director, stir-fry pho is the ultimate dish.
We're eating on the streets of Hanoi in my favorite, which are these little plastic chairs. Be surrounded by bikes, and then people like my good friend Long will order food for me. Pho sao. This is my favorite meal in Vietnam.
As visitors explore Vietnam, they encounter its rich culture and diverse cuisine at every turn, from the enticing aroma of bun chai in one corner to the crispy shrimp cakes in another and the ever-popular pho in yet another. The combined influence of skilled chefs and numerous tourists has undoubtedly played a significant role in elevating the status of Vietnamese cuisine to a place of honor.
The shortest way to the heart is through stomach. When international idols enjoy Vietnamese cuisine, they not only discover the dishes of a new land, but they are ambassadors contributing to promoting the image and beauty of Vietnam to friends around the world.
Coming up next in our world news. European election at risk from artificial intelligence. An Italian may regain use of hand after nerve transfer from amputated leg. Moving on to our world news. The European Union is concerned that fake videos created by artificial intelligence will disrupt the upcoming European Parliament elections in mid-2024. It is impossible to predict voters' reactions if right before election day, fake images and audio of a candidate appear. That's why the European Parliament has made efforts to pass the Artificial Intelligence Act before the end of this term.
The European Commission's cybersecurity agency warns that the European Parliament elections in the middle of next year will face the risk of using computer technology to participate in political debate and create fake photos and videos. In two elections this year, in Poland and Slovakia, audio clips created by artificial intelligence appeared, imitating the voices of several famous politicians. The European Cybersecurity Agency said there are three common ways hackers abuse artificial intelligence to deceive: creating phishing emails and messages, collecting data for malicious purposes, and creating fake videos. Earlier this month, the European Parliament agreed on rules for artificial intelligence. The law will prohibit content created by artificial intelligence that is defamatory or distortive and influences voters' choices.
More than 1,000 South Korean military, police, and emergency personnel joined infrequent defense drills on Wednesday that stimulated an attack on Seoul by enemy forces. The drills stimulated attacks on a major water supply facility, telephone network stations, and an underground communication and power cable corridor. The exercise comes amid heightened tension after the North tested an intercontinental ballistic missile and launched its first military spy satellite. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un has ordered its military, the munition industry, and the nuclear weapons sector to accelerate combat readiness capabilities to counter what he called unprecedented confrontation moves by the United States, the state media reported on Thursday. The Huazhang Grand Canyon Bridge in southwest China, Guizhou province, currently under construction and set to be the world's highest bridge, is expected to be completed by June 2025, according to a press conference held on Wednesday. Half of the construction has been completed nearly 2 years after the bridge project was kicked off in a deep gorge in southwestern Guizhou. The 2,890-meter-long steel girder suspension bridge will be part of a Guizhou Expressway, boasting a design height of 625 meters from the bottom of the gauge to the bridge deck. The bridge will significantly reduce travel time in the canyon from approximately 70 minutes to around a minute. A man may regain the use of his hand, left paralyzed by a severe road accident, thanks to a pioneering nerve transfer operation from his partly amputated leg, doctors in northern Italy said. Surgeons at Turin City Hospital, or CTO, transferred part of the man's sciatic nerve, which controls the movement of his amputated foot, to his brachial plexus, the network of nerves that connect the spinal cord to the shoulder, arm, and hand.
Marcelo Gaviglio, a 55-year-old healthcare worker, had to have half his left leg amputated after he was hit by a motorbike 5 months ago while traveling to work on his moped. He suffered serious injuries to his brachial plexus as well as his leg, leaving him unable to use either of his hands. Because the part of the sciatic nerve that controlled his left foot was no longer needed, it could be transferred to the shoulder area in the operation carried out on December 21st, potentially restoring the mobility to one of his hands. Nerve transfer surgery is not new, but it has not previously involved moving a nerve that normally controls the foot to an area that controls the hand.
So in this procedure, we use a part of the sciatic nerve, the peroneal component, and we transfer it to the brachial plexus. So this is very unique because the peroneal component is still attached to the spinal cord, so you could use a brain control of this nerve, and with these sensitive and motor components we try to restore function in the upper arm.
I didn't immediately think about the fact it was the first surgery of this kind in the world. I thought about relying on a team of very good doctors and being able to move my hand again a little bit.
The aim is to restore some grasp function to the hand, which will then also be able to help the other hand to do things. The procedure was the result of 4 years of research and was published in the medical journal Injury.
Now, before we say goodbye, let's take a look at the weather forecast. And that is it for our morning news bulletin. To rewatch our program, you can download our mobile app VTVgo or check out our YouTube channel VTV4Go. Thank you for watching and see you next time.